In less than 24 hours, the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame will welcome 6 new members to its ranks. Among them is businessman and former Toronto politician Paul Godfrey. He advocated endlessly for Major League Baseball to come to the city and was instrumental in establishing the Toronto Blue Jays. Tonight, on the eve of his induction, Paul Godfrey is the subject of our spotlight. Mr. Godfrey, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure to do that.
Listen, congratulations. What does this mean to you to be inducted into the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, I was so honored to receive the call appointing me to the Hall of Fame. And it was a long venture. I started back in the 1969 area, and it wasn't accomplished overnight. There was ups and downs and some big hits and minor errors along the way. But finally, we were able to get everything in place. And back several years ago, the Blue Jays came into existence. We had our first game in 1977 and won the World Series in 1992 and 93. And I got to tell you something, it's a great feeling to be part of doing something that resulted in a major sports event in Toronto and in Canada.
I can't imagine what being part of that must be like for you. And now, of course, it is Canada's team. You spent nearly a decade meeting with executives trying to bring Major Baseball to Toronto. Why was that so important to you?
Well, I'm a person that believes in setting targets in life and then going after it. And as I said, there were ups and downs along the way. But I knew the results would be very popular in the minds of the people of Toronto. And I think that's been proven time and time again. And I can tell Laddie, if I walk along the streets in 2024 and people are walking towards me, well, the words that they say to me is not hello, how are you? They say, go Jays, go.
Take me back to 1969, if you would. You paid your own way, I understand, to baseball's winter meetings in Florida, ready to lobby for a team, even, I hear, on one occasion in a men's bathroom. Tell me that story, if you would.
Yes, I was very, very strong in getting to meet the owners. And I went to the Winter League meetings and asked people, how do I get the people in the business-making decision of baseball to put a team into Toronto? And by chance, I noticed one of the senior people from the Brooklyn Dodgers walking into his men's room. He stood beside him. And I basically said to him, I said, sir, I know you run the Dodgers in LA, and I want to tell you that I'm from Toronto. We're trying to get a team, and could you give me a few minutes? And he basically said to me, I was standing exactly next to him. He says, can you wait at least until I finish my pee? Actually, it turned out to be a very good thing because he admired my openness. He admired my desire to do something big for a city. And I came out and I spent time in his office at the hotel, and he was terrific. He understood, and I think he was one of the ones that really helped me get the job.
Get the job and get the job done. You know, clearly you exuded confidence when you were meeting with these executives. Were you that confident in your own head, or were you skeptical that Toronto would successfully land a Major League Baseball team?
Well, even before the Blue Jays came to Toronto, it was a great sports town. Hockey was the #1 sport. The CFL football was there. But the people of Toronto wanted to compete in the major leagues. And Montreal had a team, and we knew how successful they were in the early days. And so I figured that Toronto was equally a great city. and I thought that we could do it even better than Montreal did.
So you were CEO of the Blue Jays from 2000. You left in 2008. What's your relationship been with the team like since?
Well, I got to tell you that I enjoyed my time as the president of the Blue Jays, but I also feel that every so often I look for a new challenge in life, and I figured it was time for someone else. And we've gone through that. You know, the cost of teams today is excessive, but I really believe that Toronto is a city that can meet the costs if they get the right players to come forward. It is a great city. There's a lot of teams can't bring new people to their thing, but I think that we can continue to do it in Toronto.
When you sit in that stadium and you think about the fact that you were pivotal in creating this, and so many years later, this is, as I said, Canada's team, and the stadium is full. Do you ever take a moment just to sit there and kind of just bask in that?
It is such a great honor to me, and as you mentioned at the beginning, I'm being taken into the Hall of Fame because of all this effort. And it is a great feeling to do something for your city, for your country. And I'll tell you, there was ups and downs. We lost certain things, but at least the people of Toronto were in favor of it. The businesses in Toronto came forward and helped build the Sky Dome, which is now the Rogers Centre. It was a great feeling. I look back at things now, and it took a long time, but it was worth it. I'm very happy with it.
And we are so appreciative of you coming and sharing a bit of your memories on this eve before you are inducted into Canada's Baseball Hall of Fame. Paul Godfrey, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.